The Oscars are Hollywood's biggest night, but not everyone shines on the red carpet. Some looks go down in history for all the wrong reasons. Let's revisit the most unforgettable fashion fails of the Academy Awards red carpet. Speaking of unforgettable, no list would be complete without Björk's infamous swan dress. Designed by Macedonian designer Marian Piaski, this feathery creation from the 2001 Oscars became an instant pop culture moment. Fun fact, there were 2 copies of this dress since it couldn't be dry cleaned. Love it or hate it, it remains one of the most talked about Oscar outfits of all time.
And talk about this outfit. This is not your swan song tonight. This is a rather unusual creation.
Yeah, my friend made it.
Then there's Gwyneth Paltrow's 2002 Oscar look. Alexander McQueen? Check. Sheer top? Check. Proper undergarments? Oops. The lack of support turned what could have been a striking look into an unfortunate misstep.
I think at the time it was too goth. I think people thought it was too hard. So I think it sort of shocked people, but I like it.
Next, Lady Gaga. She knows how to make a statement, but in 2015, it wasn't her dress that stole the show. It was her oversized red gloves, high fashion or dishwashing essentials. The internet had a field day with that one.
It took 1,600 hours.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, it's all hand embroidered, 25 people.
But Gaga wasn't the only one to miss the mark. Uma Thurman's 2004 Oscar look left many confused. The white dress with gold and blue embroidery gave off a strange mix of Renaissance fair and unfinished project. Was it meant to be a vest, a royal costume? No one really knows, but it definitely wasn't a winning look. On the topic of DIY gone wrong, Demi Moore's 1989 ensemble was a memorable misstep. Instead of trusting a designer, she decided to create her own outfit, combining a corset, a draped fabric skirt, and, wait for it, biker shorts. The result? A confusing mix of casual and formal that didn't quite belong on the Oscars red carpet. Fast forward to 2013, Helena Bonham Carter stuck to her signature eccentric style. While she's always had a love for gothic and whimsical fashion, her black and white multi-layered dress left many wondering if Bellatrix Lestrange had taken over her wardrobe. But to be fair, this wasn't her first Oscars fashion blunder. Her 1987 look was equally puzzling, featuring an asymmetrical tulle skirt and a sheer polka dot top.
So now, presumably you all been at the real Met Gala?
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
You haven't? You haven't?
No, no.
You have not?
No.
That's because you wear dresses like that.
While Helena's outfit was eccentric, Cher's 1986 ensemble took boldness to another level. It had everyone asking 2 things. How is that skirt staying on, and is the headpiece as heavy as it looks? The dominatrix meets fortune teller vibe certainly turned heads, but whether it was for the right reasons is still up for debate.
I had the idea mostly because the Academy didn't really like me, so I thought they hated the way I dressed, and I had young boyfriends, and they just thought I wasn't serious, so I came out and said, as you can see, I got my handbook on how to dress like a serious actress.
Speaking of outfits that raised eyebrows, Sophia Loren's 2009 ruffled yellow gown was, well, a lot to take in. Belle from Beauty and the Beast might have approved, but fashion critics certainly weren't enchanted by the over-the-top look. Meanwhile, Jennifer Connelly's 2002 Oscars look aimed for understated elegance, but ended up feeling underwhelming.
It felt cool. I thought it was cool. It had an easiness to it. I love that it wasn't overly embellished.
Similarly, Mariah Carey's 2010 ensemble screamed prom rather than red carpet glam, making us wonder if she grabbed it from a department store sale. Definitely not the statement either star intended. Kim Basinger and Celine Dion both took a tuxedo-inspired approach to push fashion boundaries. Basinger with her half-gown, half-tuxedo creation in 1990, and Dion with her backward version in 1999. Unfortunately, neither hit the mark. Of course, we can't discuss questionable choices without mentioning Whoopi Goldberg's unforgettable 1993 outfit. With neon green and purple brocade fabric, the jumpsuit and coat combo gave off serious Joker meets Maleficent vibes. It was bold, it was bright, and it was certainly hard to ignore. Then there was Lizzie Gardner, who turned heads in 1995. Not because of a glamorous gown, but because she wore a dress made entirely of American Express gold cards. Well, guess she'll never have to worry about maxing out her credit limit. As we've seen, even the biggest stars can have a fashion flop on the red carpet. Now, what do you think? What's the worst Oscar look of all time? But let's not forget about the ones who've nailed it. Here are some of the best looks from this year's award season.
First up, Demi Moore. She was an absolute star of the award season. At the Critics' Choice Awards, Demi Moore kicked off the night in a jaw-dropping gown, navy and black satin, with sculptural corsetry that screamed high fashion. She paired it with Tiffany jewels, proving she's still a red carpet queen. Not stopping there, Demi Moore was the epitome of old-school glamour at the Golden Globes, shining like a diamond in a champagne flute. Absolutely breathtaking.
You were telling me about the texture in this fabric. It's a mix of satin and metal?
No, it's silk with some metal threads.
So it does or it doesn't wrinkle?
Well, we're gonna find out.
Then she carried that elegance to the BAFTAs, turning heads once again. This time, she dazzled in an intricately embroidered halter neck McQueen gown that looked like a walking stained glass masterpiece. If fashion is art, she just gave us a gallery-worthy moment. One of the greatest looks of the award season so far was Zendaya at the Golden Globes. She lit up the red carpet in a custom Louis Vuitton gown, pure sunshine in dress form. The golden orange hue was stunning, and the strapless silhouette with a full train was absolute perfection. In my opinion, this was hands down the absolute best look of the night. She wasn't just channeling old Hollywood glamour, she owned it. Speaking of glamour, Sabrina Carpenter truly stole the show at the Grammys with the best look of the night. It's like fashion magic, flirty, fun, and somehow completely wrinkle-free. But the real showstopper? That near-butt cleavage. It was equal parts elegant and daringly cheeky, literally. Give this woman another award because she just served Best Dressed with a side of scandal. Now back to the Golden Globes glam. Emma Stone brought a burst of color in her scarlet Louis Vuitton gown, paired with a fresh pixie cut. Stunning as always. Pamela Anderson, on the other hand, went for pure elegance in a draped white Jacquemus gown at the BAFTAs. The off-the-shoulder neckline and soft ruching gave major old Hollywood vibes, and her minimal makeup only made the look stronger. It's giving modern-day Marilyn Monroe, and honestly, I'm here for it.
I don't know. I didn't realize I was a style icon, but that's fun.
Now, Nicole Kidman. She wowed in a silver Balenciaga gown, exuding elegance and sparkle. The color, though, didn't quite pop on her, but she still pulled off that perfect mix of glamour and sophistication.
Wow, and those earrings.
Vintage, yeah.
Vintage.
Yes.
Okay, Nicole,
I'm
do you
all
remember
vintage.
the first time you went to the...
Then, at the Critics' Choice Awards, she made a bolder move, and didn't miss. Nicole Kidman ditched the usual gowns for a beige oversized suit with a striped shirt and tie. It was androgynous, effortlessly cool, and a refreshing break from the expected red carpet glam. As for Angelina Jolie, she looked stunning in Elie Saab at Critics' Choice Awards, but the muted nude lace was a bit too safe. A richer hue or bolder structure could have truly made this look unforgettable. At the Golden Globes, she appeared in a metallic fringed Alexander McQueen number straight off the runway. She skipped the hooded headdress from the show, but honestly, she didn't need it. The dress was drama enough, and that's saying something for Angelina. At the Sundance Film Festival, Jennifer Lopez made a grand entrance premiere of her latest movie, Kiss of the Spider-Woman, blending her acting skills with some serious method dressing. She stepped out in a sheer black lace gown by Valdrin Sahidi, complete with long sleeves, a backslit, and a figure-hugging silhouette. But what really caught everyone's attention was the intricate spiderweb-inspired embroidery, thanks to Crystal Hassanzadeh jewelry, extending from her neck down to her legs. To finish off the look, she carried a black velvet clutch, donned a sparkly cocktail ring on her index finger to match her nude manicure, and strutted in black platform pumps. The wicked duo, Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo, made sure to bring a little magic to the BAFTAs. Ariana kept up her signature Glinda aesthetic in a powder pink Louis Vuitton gown, whimsical yet bold, like a couture fairy tale. Meanwhile, Cynthia Erivo turned up in a striking Louis Vuitton look that blended structure and lace with her usual avant-garde flair. Her emerald-accented Tiffany jewels were a sleek nod to Elphaba, such a stylish way to bring her character to the red carpet. And they looked unforgettable at the Critics' Choice Awards too. Cynthia stunned in Armani Privé, showing off her signature eccentric nails in a daring, low-cut black dress.
There she is.
A little classic today, a little more classic today.
Meanwhile, Ariana took a risk in a Dior couture gown that looked like a golden woodland fairy caught in an expensive fishing net. Intricate textures, dreamy draping. It was a bold fashion moment, and honestly, I like it. Now, I want to hear from you. Who do you think was the best dressed celebrity at each award show? Or maybe of the entire award season up until now? Drop your pick in the comments.